And thus, a new era begins. Hello my boys, it's me, finally getting back into what I do best. Every character ranked. Finishing out the golden trio of LEGO games, at least that's what I call it, of LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga, LEGO Indiana Jones The Original Adventures, and LEGO Batman the video game. LEGO Batman has had an interesting run of games. This game, the OG, is strictly Batman, while LEGO Batman 2 was mostly Batman with a little dip into the Justice League, and then there was LEGO Batman 3, which was, well, let's be honest, it should have just been called LEGO Justice League. And now there's LEGO DC Supervillains that came out back in October, but this is the game that started it all the LEGO DC games. This game also did something that really intrigues me and makes me wish they did it more. In addition to the 15 levels you play as Batman and Robin, you play 15 more levels as the villains and their perspective on the story. Now, I'll be honest, I had no idea who would rank up high and low for the series. With my LEGO Star Wars and LEGO Indiana Jones series, I had generally a good idea of who would be on the top. I mean, Ghost Jedi for Star Wars, Bazooka Troopers for Indiana Jones, but for Batman, I was clueless. There were so many different abilities in this game to account for the wide range of villains and hero suits. I put more time into ranking characters in this game than in my previous two LEGO games, and this game has under half the characters LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga had. I think this list will surprise you a lot, as it did for me. I triple checked the list to make sure I wasn't missing anything. That's how surprised I was. This 7-part series is going to be a ride, fellas. The standard rules apply, no custom characters and no extra toggle characters. Also, there are vehicle levels in this game, but they are highly underutilized. I'll do an every vehicle rank for cars, boats, and aircrafts separately. Anyway, with everything aside, let's get into every character ranked of LEGO Batman the video game. By the way, this first part is going to be fairly short, but it's just so the rest of the parts can be full length, so, you know. Let's first start off with a throwaway enemy you see in one level, the Sailor. Now bear in mind, the first few parts of the series will mostly be the characters no one would ever play. Luckily, this part only has 2 characters being featured, with this guy being one of them. Of course, we start the series with the characters with no abilities whatsoever. And you know what? I expect that from the Sailor. He is only seen in the Rockin' the Docks level, which is the first level in the Penguin villain campaign. One kind of cool thing about the Sailor is that the knockback of his punches are like Batman and Robin's, and where they just go flying. And knockback doesn't really affect gameplay at all, but it's cool to look at. Makes you seem like you're actually doing something. The common problem with the villain campaigns is that there are rarely any deviation from just the police as the enemies you fight. So having to fight a sailor is kind of cool, I must say. But that doesn't rise him from being the bottom of the list. Sorry, my guy. Ah yes, another character that has nothing. Every character after this guy at least has some accessory, even if they have no ability. So why is the Fishmonger considered better than the Sailor? Well, that's a good question, I don't really know. Oh, I got it. His name. His name makes him sound like a villain in and of itself. Watch out, citizen, there goes the Fishmonger. Huh? No? Well, there was an attempt. There isn't knockback to his punches or anything. And honestly, I honestly thought he deserved to be higher than the Sailor because he just sounds like a swell guy. He was the citizen in Peril for the There She Goes Again level, I believe. That's the first level in the Penguin Hero campaign. And I think that's why he's in the roster in the first place. Citizens in Peril are a whole other can of worms that will be opened when I get to a certain character later on in the series. Oh, foreshadowing.